So, welcome to Finance Friday with me, Bette
Thank
Hochberger,
you.
CPA, CGMA, and my friend Karen Roberts. Hello, Karen.
Hey, Beth, how are you?
Good. Sorry for our technical difficulties, but it happens every time. You just have to laugh at it. That's the only thing you can do is laugh at
It's
it.
all good.
Um, so Karen and I have known each other for a few years now. It's been a while.
Mhm.
And we met through something with Jewish Federation. I don't even remember what anymore. My memory is not that good. Um, and you are a financial planner, but
Yes.
but you wrote a book that's nothing to
Yes.
do about money.
Yes.
Tell us a little about your book.
Okay. So I guess let me introduce myself a little more. So
Yeah.
I am a financial planner. I have my own company, the Emerald Financial Group. I've been at this for over 30 years because I started when I was 10. Because I'm not that old. No, I really am. So I really work to educate and empower women to take control of their financial futures. And I set out to write a book for women. And I was going to call it The 10 Stupid Things Women Do to Ruin Their Money or Ruin Their Finances.
Oof.
And as I delved into it, what I realized was that everybody can write a book about money. If you go to Amazon, there are 10,000 books about money.
There's a
You
lot.
can read all of them and never change how you are with money because we don't ask ourselves the right questions. And so my book morphed into, it's called, I'll show you, it's right, whoops, 20 questions, what you don't know matters. Because what I realized when I was meeting with clients is yes, of course, I talk money and we invest and we do insurance and we do all of that, but that's not really what I do. What I do is help people change their minds about how they're going to live their life. And I really dive in getting to know you, getting to know your dreams, and pushing you into living those dreams, right? So I have a couple clients who have money. I mean, they're not multimillionaires, but they have more money than they'll
Comfortable. Yeah.
need,
Very
but
comfortable.
they fly coach. They don't go out for a fancy dinner. They because the logic says I may lose it all, so I
Ah,
shouldn't spend it. Right? So
gotcha.
once I get them to change their mindsets, because now it's funny, they'll call me and they're like, I just want you to know I'm going to Europe and I booked first class because I heard Karen yelling at me in my brain. And I thought to myself, that's what I do, right? That's why I'm in this role.
Oh man, we might have for real frozen.
I was
I'm
going to
not
say,
sure.
you froze. I can hear you, but you froze.
Oh,
There
no,
you
there it
go.
goes. Okay, it's still moving because you froze too, but we'll see what happens. You know what's funny? Like, I don't really advise people so much on like their finances overall, but it's mostly taxes, right? And I come to realize through reading a lot of those boring money books that are on Amazon that a lot of it does have to do with mindset, right?
Right.
So I tell people like it's not a problem if you pay taxes. It's a problem if you don't prepare to pay your taxes. That's
Exactly.
that's what's painful. That's when you get those April 15th like heart attacks. It's like, well, you should have known that some percent of your money isn't yours, it's the government's, and plan for it throughout the year. So I love that. I love that you're having people kind of work on their mindset because it does affect so many things. I mean, I
Mhm.
work with a lot of business owners. You know how many business owners come to me and they're like, they don't pay themselves anything. And I'm like,
Right.
you have the crappiest job ever if you don't pay yourself anything. Right? I
Well,
don't know. Okay.
and then
Looks like
we
it's
learned,
frozen.
didn't we learn this past year that if you don't pay yourself, you're in bigger trouble? And on my end, when they come to me in their 60s and they haven't put any money into Social Security and they don't understand why they're not
Yeah.
getting max Social Security, and I'm like, well, you've done distributions your whole life because nobody's explained
Yeah.
money to you.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
that's some bad tax advice also, I will
Yes.
say. Like I'm shocked at how many times people come to me and they're like, "Oh, my old accountant never told me I have to run payroll in my S corporation." I'm like, "Oh, dear Lord," because you're missing out on so many also financial planning opportunities by not doing
Exactly.
that.
Exactly.
So,
So it was interesting. I was at a business seminar maybe a year ago, right before the pandemic shut us all down. They were going through what is profit, what is cash, how the three straight, you know.
yeah,
I
they're not
had
the
business
same.
owners, I had business owners that were grossing millions,
Wow.
not understanding these worksheets. And I'm like, how do you survive? I One woman I was talking to, how was your year? She said, I guess it was a great year because at the end of the year I had enough cash to buy a first class ticket to Australia.
Oh,
How do you know that was a good year? Like, how do you know? I mean, really? Like, people's
you don't know.
mindsets are, no, they don't
Yeah,
understand. And
yeah,
that's what we do behind the scenes is is dealing with all that money, but we have to get their mindsets where it's supposed to be.
exactly. So, 20 questions. What are some of your favorite?
So I will tell you that we start off in the first chapter with how do I grow a good idea? And so I always tell people about the book, right? I wanted to write a book for the last few years. I'm like, I have a lot to say. You don't know me that well, but I have always a lot to say. But I'm like, I don't know, am I good enough to write a book? Who's going to read a book I've written? And so I went to an event. I went to actually a Tony Robbins event
Oh, yeah.
at my very first, and I walked out of that going, I'm going to become a published author. And I
Wow.
started talking to people about it. I started working on it. Because I was talking to people about it, I got referred to a ghostwriter because one of the
Mm,
things you'll know about me is I'm great at speaking, not so much at the writing side of life.
that's me too.
Don't have to be good at everything, right?
I hate
But
writing.
I got hooked in with a ghostwriter, and then COVID.
Oh, jeez.
So it was really a trying time to get the book out. We did get it out, obviously, by the end of last
You
year.
had a lot of time to
But
work on it.
I had a lot of time to work on it. But I always tell people if you have a good idea that you believe in, keep moving forward with it. You know, when Steve Jobs came out with the iPod, I screw this up all the time, the iPod, back in like 2003 and 4, people were
It was
like,
before that. It was earlier
wait,
than that, even.
what? And look at what he built for Apple
It's
because he
amazing.
had great ideas and put them into motion. So, what great ideas might our audience have that they've been sitting on and haven't had the courage to step forward through?
I have a question, and I don't know if it's something you address in the book. How do you know if your idea is a good one?
You don't.
Okay.
But if you talk to people about the good idea, like, so if you're in your head, it's a bad idea because you
Okay.
will talk yourself right out of the
Out
idea.
of it. Yes.
If, right. So if you have a conversation with your friends, your acquaintances, your business associates, whoever it is, and they think it's a bad idea, then it probably is. But I'm going to tell you, they're all going to think it's a great idea. And you just have to get out of your own brain.
Okay. You know what? I think it's part of that pain avoidance, right?
Yes.
In your brain. It's that like lizard brain reaction of like, oh, but if I do this, here's all the things that could go wrong, and I don't want it to go wrong, so I can't do this.
Exactly. And then we freeze and we don't do it. That's why if you tell one person, I'm going to do this, now that person is accountable.
It makes a
Because they're
commitment.
going to come back to you and go, hey, Beth, what happened to the book that you said you were writing?
What book? Amnesia?
Right? But you know what I'm saying, right? But if
Totally.
you're held accountable, you're going to do it.
Yeah, and that's a nice thing with accountability groups, masterminds, even
Mm-hmm.
like, coaches, consultants, like someone who's really good and a good group of people that will really make you like stick with whatever goal you're trying to achieve, whatever idea you're trying to like bring to life. It's very hard to do it on your own.
Well,
So hard.
and so, right. So I say to people, so I did jump on the Peloton bandwagon.
Oh yeah.
People, and I jumped on it before it became a bandwagon. I've had my bike for before the pandemic, not during. But people are like, what is the difference? And I'm like, the community. Honestly, it's the community. There's so many Facebook groups, and they all pump you up when you get on and say, I don't feel like riding. 50 people will scream at you to get on the bike. But that's a community, right? And
Yeah,
why do we go to a gym? So that we're surrounded by other people who want to work out. Why do we go to a Weight Watchers meeting instead of do it online? Because we need to be surrounded by that community. So surround yourself with the right community.
I love it. I love all of this. This is fantastic. All right, I clearly have to read your book. And I don't want to keep you here all day, even though it sounds like we could talk for a long time.
I could talk forever.
You have to come back. Every single person I brought on, they're like, we have to come back. I have more to say. I'm like, okay, no problem. I always like to ask, do you have any interesting or unusual hobbies, something interesting to tell us about?
I do. So most people perceive financial people, I mean, I'm a financial planner, but financial people in general as super conservative and very much off the line. One of my favorite hobbies is roller coastering. And I call it roller coastering because we go to roller coaster parks as a family growing up. That was our vacation. We once did a driving trip and hit like 5 parks in 7 days.
Oh my God.
Yes.
I wish I was in your family. I love roller coasters. Like my whole life. I wanted to build roller coasters at one time, like a little bit obsessed. I was very happy, the Hulk at Universal. I got to ride it like right before they didn't really shut it down. I think they just rebranded it, whatever. It's reskinned or something. But my son and I like ran to the front of the line. I was like, you get in line. I'm going to put our stuff in the locker. Like running or sitting in the front. So yeah, I get that. I totally get that. Crazy roller coaster enthusiast.
We did one better. I have 4 boys. So we did 2 bar mitzvahs, parties, yada, yada, right? Then my twins were coming along and I'm like, I just don't want to have another party and invite the same people all over again. So in lieu of the party, we flew to Sandusky, Ohio, which is where Cedar Point is. We booked a hotel, walking distance, on property, and we rode coasters for a week.
Oh my God, that sounds much better than a party. I have not been there. I really, 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 really want to. I really want to go.
Oh my God, the best roller coasters ever.
It's on the bucket list.
I talk about millennial force all the time, especially when it relates to the stock market, because you get on and it shoots you up 450 feet, and all you have is a waist. There's no shoulder straps. It's a waist strap.
Ooh, that's like old school.
When you make that turn, you're like, oh my God, as you're coming down. But I love Cedar Point.
Yeah, I have to go at some point. We'll make it over there. I have a lot of parks I still need to get to. Even the Florida ones. Living here, I don't go that often, but I guess I'll have to start asking myself the right questions and figure out why.
Exactly. Well, listen, and one of the questions is, what are you willing to give up to get what you want? And for me, I like to play. Yeah. I work really hard, and I like to play really hard. So that's what I enjoy. That's not what everybody enjoys, but that's what I enjoy. My husband, my kids. We even have the girls. So I have 2 granddaughters that are 2, what are they? 3.5 and almost 2. Love roller coasters.
Really?
The 3.5-year-old, I'll be like, okay, we're getting on a roller coaster. Where do your arms go?
That's amazing because my girls don't really like the roller coaster thing. It's mostly me and my son who are the, I don't know, adventure adrenaline junkies. And I don't like all crazy rides. It's just roller coasters. Like, don't drop me, don't slingshot me, like, don't do any of those things. But a roller coaster, I love it.
Any day.
Any day. All right, Karen, thank you so much. I'm going to plug your book again, 20 Questions What You Don't Know Matters. I got to go get a copy. Hopefully you'll sign it for me one of these times when I see you.
Absolutely. Please go to Amazon, buy a copy, write a review if you love it. That just helps us in selling books. So, and a plug, if you are looking for a speaker, I would love to come speak to your organizations about the book and really help empower women and change their mindset.
I love it. It's a great message. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We'll see everybody next time.
Bye.